What if I told you that the key to whether you'll live a vibrant, healthy life into your 90s could be determined by what you do in the first hour after waking up? It's a shocking thought, but it's increasingly being proven true by science. Most people have no idea they are sabotaging their own longevity every single morning before they've even finished breakfast. In this video, we will reveal the 7 morning habits shared by people who consistently live into their 90s and beyond in good health. And the best part? Habit number 4 takes just 30 seconds of your time, but has been shown to add years to your life. These are secrets that are rarely discussed in a doctor's office, but the scientific evidence is undeniable. Consider the common story of so many people. At 65, they watch as their friends start developing serious health issues, heart problems, cognitive decline, loss of mobility. Yet others in their 90s are still living independently, driving their cars and volunteering in their communities. What makes the difference? It's often not just genetics. The difference, as researchers are discovering, lies in a handful of specific, intentional morning habits. What you do in that first hour after waking can either save your life or accelerate your decline. Today, we are going to share those secrets with you. Are you ready to discover the morning habits that could completely transform your health after 60? Let's dive in. The 7 morning habits of the longest-lived people. Habit 1. Immediate and intentional hydration. Do you know what's happening inside your body the moment you wake up? After hours without water, your blood has literally thickened. This condition, which researchers call morning blood sludging, puts dangerous pressure on your heart and brain. The very first thing centenarians do upon waking isn't checking their phone or turning on the TV. It's drinking water, and the timing is absolutely critical. Leading nephrologists have found that overnight dehydration can accelerate cellular aging by up to 31%. During sleep, your body becomes progressively dehydrated, forcing your heart to work significantly harder and damaging the small, delicate blood vessels in your brain and kidneys. This damage accumulates over time and dramatically speeds up the aging process. Consider the experience of a 72-year-old woman who was suffering from chronic kidney issues and constant fatigue. Her doctors were concerned, but when she began a simple habit, drinking 16 ounces of water immediately upon waking, before even getting out of bed, her kidney function improved by an astonishing 28% in just 60 days. Her doctor was amazed, asking what new medication she was taking. Her reply: just water first thing in the morning. Your action plan. Starting tomorrow, place a full glass of water on your nightstand before bed. The moment you open your eyes, before your feet touch the floor, drink the entire glass. Not coffee, not tea, just water. Room temperature is best, as ice-cold water can shock your system. Make this non-negotiable. Habit number 2. Exposure to natural morning light. Are you sabotaging your body's master clock every morning without realizing it? If you're not getting natural light within the first 30 minutes of waking, you're missing one of the most powerful longevity triggers ever discovered. Studies from the National Institute on Aging show that exposing your eyes to morning sunlight within 30 minutes of waking can increase your body's natural melatonin production later that night by as much as 73%. Leading researchers in circadian health explain that morning sunlight sets off a cascade of hormonal processes that determine everything from your sleep quality to your metabolism and even your cognitive function for the next 24 hours. Missing this crucial morning light trigger is associated with a 37% higher risk of developing neurodegenerative diseases after the age of 70. Think about the story of a 75-year-old man who battled chronic insomnia for decades. He had tried everything. Then his doctor recommended a simple change. Spend 10 minutes outside immediately after waking, regardless of the weather. Within 2 weeks, he was falling asleep faster and staying asleep longer. But the unexpected benefits were what surprised him most. His blood pressure dropped 15 points, and his afternoon energy crash completely disappeared. Your action plan. Tomorrow morning, make it your mission to get natural sunlight within 30 minutes of waking. Even on cloudy days, outdoor light is 50 to 100 times brighter than typical indoor lighting and provides the critical blue light wavelengths your brain needs to reset its clock. If mobility is an issue, simply sitting by a wide-open window can make a significant difference. Habit number 3. Gentle movement before breakfast. What you do before your morning coffee could determine how your joints feel in your 80s. Most people make the critical mistake of staying sedentary until after they've eaten, unknowingly triggering inflammatory processes that accelerate joint deterioration. Rheumatologists at the Mayo Clinic have found that gentle morning movement, performed in a fasted state, reduces joint deterioration by up to 65% in seniors. Leading experts in geriatric medicine state that movement before eating activates a process called autophagy, essentially a deep cellular cleaning that is crucial for joint longevity. They have measured dramatic differences in inflammatory markers between seniors who move before breakfast versus those who eat first. This transformed the life of a 68-year-old woman who was scheduled for knee replacement surgery. As a last resort, her physical therapist suggested just 7 minutes of gentle joint lubricating movements immediately after waking. Within 3 months, her pain had reduced so significantly that her surgeon canceled the operation. Your action plan. Tomorrow morning after your water but before any food or coffee, spend 5 to 10 minutes doing gentle, joint lubricating movements. This isn't intense exercise. Try small circular motions with your ankles, knees, hips, and shoulders. Stand up and gently sway side to side. The key is continuous gentle movement that wakes up your joints and floods them with synovial fluid, your body's natural lubricant. Habit number 4. The 30-second breathing practice. This 30-second habit is the single most powerful longevity practice that nearly all healthy people in their 90s share, yet most of us ignore it completely. The way you breathe in the morning sets your stress response for the entire day, potentially adding or subtracting years from your life. Researchers studying the blue zones, regions where people routinely live past 100, have documented that centenarians practice specific, rhythmic breathing patterns that reduce cellular stress by up to 48%. This brief practice appears to activate the vagus nerve, a major nerve that runs from your brain to your gut. Activating this nerve switches your body from a fight-or-flight stress state to a rest and digest healing state. This tells your body it is safe to allocate resources to long-term repair and longevity, rather than short-term survival. One 96-year-old shepherd in a Sardinian mountain village explained it simply. I breathe in the morning to prepare my body for a good day. If I skip this, I feel it by noon. My energy drops, my thinking clouds. Your action plan, the 4 to 7 to 8 technique. Immediately after your morning water, perform this simple breathing technique. Inhale quietly through your nose for 4 seconds. Hold your breath for 7 seconds. Exhale completely and audibly through your mouth for 8 seconds. Repeat this cycle 3 to 4 times. That's it. 30 seconds to signal your body to activate longevity pathways. Habit number 5. A protein and fiber-rich breakfast. Is your breakfast silently sabotaging your chances of living past 90? The truth is, what most people eat for breakfast, cereal, toast, bagels, pastries, is actively accelerating their aging process. Nutritional gerontologists have identified that a specific breakfast pattern can reduce inflammatory markers by up to 53%. The first meal of the day sets metabolic patterns that influence everything from insulin sensitivity to microinflammation. Research shows that a morning meal containing at least 25 grams of protein and 8 grams of fiber creates a metabolic environment that supports cellular repair rather than cellular damage. Consider the experience of a 68-year-old man diagnosed with prediabetes. His doctor predicted he would develop full-blown diabetes within 2 years. Instead of starting medication, he simply transformed his breakfast. He switched from his usual toast and coffee to a meal of eggs, avocado, and spinach. 6 months later, his blood markers had completely normalized. Your action plan. Your morning meal formula for longevity is simple. Combine a high-quality protein source, eggs, Greek yogurt, with fiber-rich foods, berries, chia seeds, vegetables. Add a source of healthy fat like avocado or nuts. Completely avoid refined carbohydrates and sugar before 10 a.m., as they trigger insulin spikes that accelerate aging. Habit number 6. Morning social connection. This is the morning ritual that is more powerful than any supplement for extending your life. Meaningful human connection. Did you know that chronic loneliness and isolation affect your body as dramatically as smoking 15 cigarettes a day? What most people don't realize is that when this connection happens matters. The landmark, 80-year Harvard study of adult development revealed that participants who engaged in some form of meaningful social contact before 10 a.m. had a 29% lower all-cause mortality rate. Morning social interaction appears to set neurotransmitter patterns that benefit your cardiovascular and immune function throughout the entire day. In Okinawa, Japan, home to some of the world's longest-lived women, researchers observed a fascinating pattern. Each morning, neighbors would gather for just a few minutes of conversation. One 97-year-old woman explained, "We check on each other every morning. It's how we've lived so long." Your action plan. Incorporate this life-extending habit tomorrow. Make a brief morning phone call to a friend or family member. If you live with others, create a meaningful good morning ritual instead of just passing by. Even a friendly exchange with a store clerk or a neighbor activates some of the same biological benefits. The key is making human connection a non-negotiable part of your morning. Habit number 7. A directed gratitude practice. This is the one mental habit that people in their 90s practice every single morning without fail. Intentional gratitude. But this is not the vague be thankful advice you've heard before. There is a specific way to practice gratitude that activates longevity pathways. Neuroscientists at Yale University discovered that morning gratitude practices can physically restructure the aging brain and reduce the stress hormone cortisol by 23%. This effect is significantly stronger when practiced within an hour of waking. One 74-year-old woman was struggling with hypertension that wasn't responding well to medication. She began a simple morning gratitude practice focused specifically on her body and health. Within 3 months, her blood pressure had stabilized, and her heart rate variability, a key marker of cardiovascular health, had improved by 31%. Your action plan, a 2-minute practice. Immediately after your breathing exercise, place your hand over your heart. Name 3 specific parts of your body you are grateful for and why. For example, I'm grateful for my eyes that let me see my grandchildren's faces. I'm grateful for my legs that still carry me where I need to go. I'm grateful for my heart that has been beating faithfully for me all these years. The key is specificity and directing the gratitude toward your own body. This creates a measurable shift in your nervous system that influences everything from inflammation to immune response. Now you know the 7 morning habits that could transform your health after 60 and dramatically increase your odds of joining the elite group of vibrant 90-plus-year-olds. You don't need to be perfect. Even adopting just 3 of these habits can create significant changes. The key is starting tomorrow, not waiting for a perfect time that never comes. Your morning routine literally programs your body for youth or for aging. Which will you choose? These habits aren't optional luxuries. They are essential practices for anyone who wants to not just reach their 90s, but to arrive there with energy, clarity, and purpose. Now we want to hear from you. Which of these 7 morning habits will you implement tomorrow? Your future self is counting on the decision you make right now. If you found this information valuable, please hit that like button, subscribe for more life-changing health secrets, and share this video with someone you care about. It might just be the gift that adds years to their life. Thank you for watching.